You're at the table, someone throws a jab dressed as a joke, and the room goes quiet, waiting to see what you'll do. Snap back, you're too sensitive. Laugh along, you just opened the season. Say nothing, you're replaying it for 2 days straight. Here's the truth. You can deal with disrespect without fighting. No yelling, no revenge, no fake laugh. Just watch. Because the goal was never to win the argument. Revenge keeps them living rent-free in your head, which means they're still winning even after you've supposedly won. The actual target is something better, getting to a place where their attempts to rattle you just don't land. Not because you're numb, but because you understand the game they're playing better than they do. Today we're building that. 4 moves, each one stronger than the last, plus a final shift in perspective that makes the whole game pointless for them to keep playing. The withdrawal. Here's the thing nobody tells you about disrespect. It's rarely about information. It's a withdrawal attempt. Someone is trying to take something from you, your composure, your confidence, a visible reaction, without your consent. That's it. That's the whole transaction. My rule, whoever needs your reaction to feel like they've won has already told you they have nothing else. The second your face flushes or your voice tightens, you've made a deposit into their account. That's the entire prize they were after. Not being right, not making a point, just watching you flinch. Once you see it this way, you stop asking, how do I win this exchange, and start asking, why would I fund this transaction at all? The summons. Here's the trap most of us fall into immediately. We try to explain ourselves. Someone throws an insult, and instead of ignoring it, we say, well, actually, that's not fair, or here's the context you're missing. The second you do that, you've accepted something you never agreed to, that you owe an explanation in the first place. Think of it like this. They've handed you a summons, and you've shown up to court. Doesn't matter how good your defense is once you're standing in that courtroom. You've already conceded there's a case to answer. In front of other people, the one explaining almost always reads as the one who's guilty, fair or not. So the move isn't a better defense, it's not showing up. Picture the guy who says, must be nice not having real responsibilities. The second you start listing everything on your plate, you've lost. Now it looks like you needed to prove it. Say nothing, and the comment just sits there, looking exactly as dumb as it is. The toll. This one's sneaky because it feels like the safe option. Someone makes you the punchline and you laugh along. You figure it keeps things light, keeps the peace, makes you look unbothered. What you're actually doing is paying a toll with your own dignity to keep everyone else comfortable. And the moment you pay it once, you've told that person the road is open. They'll come back for that toll again and again because you showed them it's collectible. Being laughed at and laughing with them are 2 different events wearing the same expression. Only one of them costs you something. Now that you can see the game for what it is, here's how you actually get out of it. 4 moves to deal with disrespect without fighting, starting with the easiest one. The blank shield. Someone lands a job. Your instinct says defend. Don't. Instead, you give them almost nothing. A flat, brief look, maybe the faintest closed-mouth smile, the kind you'd give a kid who just drew on the wall and is proud of it. Hold it for 1 full second longer than feels comfortable. Say nothing, then pivot. Either keep talking like they didn't speak, or turn to someone else entirely. Anyway, what were you saying about the Marsh account? What you've just communicated without a single word of defense is that the comment didn't even register as worth a response. They're left holding a grenade they can't throw anymore because you've already left the blast radius. The quiet line. Sometimes silence isn't enough. The behavior repeats or it crosses a real line. This is where you draw a boundary, but not in front of the room and not with heat. You wait until it's just you and them. Calm, low volume, no charge in your voice. I know it's probably not intentional, but I don't want jokes about my job anymore. That's off the table now. Notice what that sentence does. You're not asking permission, you're stating a fact about how things will now go. A decent person gets a little embarrassed and stops. Someone who gets defensive instead has just shown you exactly who they are, which is useful information you didn't have before. The disqualification. If the line gets ignored, the next move costs you nothing and gives away everything for them to lose. You leave. Not dramatically, you finish your drink, you excuse yourself, you go. No announcement, no slammed door. Being present is something you're choosing to offer, not an obligation you owe anyone. Removing that choice, quietly, is one of the strongest moves available, because it says my time is worth more than this, without saying a single confrontational word. The final shift. Reading the confession. Here's the move that makes the first three almost unnecessary once it clicks. An insult was never a report about you. It's a leak, accidental information about the person delivering it. Think about a smoke alarm. It doesn't go off because of something happening 3 rooms away. It goes off because there's smoke right where it's standing. When someone insults your ambition, your appearance, your intelligence, that alarm is going off inside them, not you. They're not describing you, they're confessing in real time what they're afraid is true about themselves. Once you actually absorb that, the whole exchange flips. Their comment stops being a weapon pointed at you and becomes a window into them. You're not being attacked anymore. You're just watching someone's own insecurity walk itself out into the open, uninvited. That's the actual endpoint here, not beating them in an exchange, but reaching a place where there was never really an exchange to have. The goal was never to win the argument, it was to stop needing to. So which one do you actually use? The blank shield, the quiet line, or the disqualification? Or are you still stuck paying the toll every time? Tell me which one is yours. I'm Sam, and I'll be reading every single one of your comments. If this video helped you, subscribe for more videos that will help you become better every day.